Pokemon I would give a Mega Evolution to would be Galvantula. I just love the idea of starting with something tiny like a Joltik and then evolving into a Galvantula, which is still pretty strong, it's pretty good, but can you imagine if it could evolve one more time? I wouldn't want to give it a permanent evolution, hence why I'm giving it a Mega Evolution, just a temporary boost to some of its stats. And also, it just Bug and Electric is a fantastic type. I could have chose Vikavolt for this, however it's already got a 3-stage evolutionary line, and I think there's a little bit more potential in Galvantula to get a little bit more power, because it's still great but not one of the strongest. However, don't really care. I would just love to see a Mega Galvantula, just a bit more meaty, almost like Swampert when it gets muscular. But see that in a Galvantula, like a proper thick spider, you know, the really scary ones.
I'm going to say Raichu. I think Raichu gets a Mega Evolution. I think it's going to be... I think it'll make Raichu like black and orange, or maybe black and yellow rather than like the brown and yellow he is right now. Because yes, he does have the Alolan form, but I think a Mega Evolution would be super awesome. Like maybe he grows 2 tails or something like that. I think it'd be Raichu. Raichu having a Mega Evolution would be fantastic.
This is the stupidest answer I could possibly give, but I would give another Mega Evolution to Charizard, just because the absolute carnage that would follow. If they put another Mega for Charizard in the game, the absolute insanity on Twitter and on the internet that would follow that, it would just be so entertaining. I wouldn't be able to help myself. I'd give another one to Charizard just for the fun of it.
Honestly, I was thinking about this a little bit and I thought Jinx. I don't know why, it's just what came to mind. I really do like ice types. I think Jinx is another mon that I think is a little underrated, even though I know ice types suck defensively. I think it'd be cool to see a Jinx Mega, especially with all we've seen from Gen 1 and stuff. And it's just Jinx gets slept on a lot. I think a lot of people forget it even exists. So that's why I chose Jinx.
I personally don't like Mega Evolutions because I think they kind of broke the game a little bit. And I think they need to be balanced. But if I were to give a new Mega Evolution to a Pokemon, it would have to be Shuckle. My boy Shuckle needs a Mega Evolution. Can you just imagine the devastation of a Mega Shuckle? What would his ability be? Oh my god. No, never mind. Don't do that. Stop it. Don't.
Personally, I really can't think of one that would be like over the top or anything, but I guess if I would have to give one Pokemon one, it would be a Delibird. I think that'd be really, really cool to see. Just over the top, just a mega shitty penguin. I think that'd be pretty freaking cool.
Which Pokemon would you give a Mega Evolution to? And I think the easy answer here for any Gen 2er is you're going to give Mega Evolutions to the 3 Johto starters. I would love to see what Pokemon could come up with designing the 3 new starters, Mega forms. I think it's something that we all deserve, we all need, and I speak for all the Gen 2ers when I say, come on Pokemon, give us the Mega Evolutions of the Johto starters.
That is a tricky question, because there are a lot of Pokemon that actually, in my opinion, would deserve a Mega Evolution. If not for stats, then at least design-wise. For example, I think Nidoking and Queen would be very deserving of a Mega Evolution, at least design-wise. On the other hand, I think stat-wise, it wouldn't make much sense. So for my final pick, I'll go for Dunsparce. I just think it would be hilarious if Dunsparce had a Mega. I mean, just imagine Dunsparce doing a Mega Evolution. That would be hilarious. People would freak out. It's just that Dunsparce is such a weak and insignificant Pokemon that I think a Mega would turn everything around. People were shouting for an evolution for a very, very long time now, and I personally do agree. I think Dunsparce would be very deserving of an evolution, but if he doesn't get one, give him a Mega. It's just because it's funny, and honestly, it would be so cool, and it would also be a great appeal to Dunsparce, because honestly, you have no reason to have Dunsparce on your team. The design is meh, and its stats are awful. Even if you play all by yourself, it's a challenge to have Dunsparce on your team. So with a Mega, everything could change. Dunsparce could become a real good Pokemon. And a funny one on top of that. I mean, just imagine. You could do that with a couple of Pokemon. If you go through the Pokédex, you'll realize that there are actually a bunch of Pokemon that are not all that strong and don't feel that finished design-wise. But I personally think that Dunsparce would be the most hilarious and the most appealing one if that would be happening. But to be honest, I don't see that happening for real anytime soon.
So a Pokemon I'd like to see get a Mega Evolution is Porygon 2. Now, Porygon 2 is a mon that is quite bulky, but also a very good special attacking mon as well. You give it Eviolite and it's absolutely amazing. It will bulk practically anything it can get its hands on. It doesn't matter if it's a super effective hit or not an effective hit, it still bulks the hell out of it. And it's an amazing mon. It's very type speculative as well, but I'd like to see it get more boosts in defense and more boosts in special attack, and this thing to be absolutely even more amazing than it is already. And I think more people would use it in VGC, more people would use it in Draft League. I think this one could go places amazingly well. Honestly, Mega Porygon 2, absolutely amazing, and I think it could do some amazing things, and I think Porygon is due for an upgrade. So Porygon 2 is my Mega.
Question number 4's answer is very simple. Is Donphan. How have Game Freak not given this Pokemon a Mega Evolution the first time around? Donphan is an incredible Pokemon, obviously a ground type, and I have so many memories watching the anime when I was younger of Ash's Donphan, Ash's Fanphy. Give Donphan the love it deserves, Game Freak. Give Donphan the love it needs, and that is a Mega Evolution. Maybe in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Forgot the name of the game for a second.
Now that Megas have been officially erased from my memory, for Mega Evolution, I guess I'll have to give one to... I actually have no idea. But because I've been gone for so long, I'm very upset. But if I have to give it to somebody, I'll probably say a well-deserved candidate might be one of the Gen 2 starters. I say Feraligatr deserves a Mega Evolution. And if not them, definitely the Gen 4 starters coming up.
Which Pokemon would I give Mega Evolutions to? Oh my goodness. Okay, so right off the bat, like I said previously, Shiftry and Ludicolo are some awesome Pokemon from Gen 3. Ludicolo already gets a lot of love for, you know, the Swift Swim and everything like that with the Rain team. Looking at you, Krabz. Check out the Elite Battle League if you don't know what I'm talking about. But, I mean, Shiftry and Ludicolo would imagine like a giant, even bigger sombrero on Ludicolo, and imagine Shiftry turning into this like slender, like ninja, dark grass, like I don't know, he disappears on the wind. They could give him the flying type. He could become like flying in grass or flying in dark or something like that. He could become even faster or something like that. And then I don't know. The design choices are, you could actually have like leaf blades, like swords. How cool would that be? And then like Ludicolo, he could like, I don't know, you could give him something insane. He's already kind of insane, like if you play him correctly in competitive play. But I mean, you can just make it awesome. Like I think those two Pokemon definitely deserve Mega Evolutions. But if I had to pick one over the other, I'd probably say Shiftry because he deserves more love, like I said previously.
I would give a Mega Evolution to Flygon. I feel like a lot of people can say this, but Flygon is the one Pokemon that really, really deserves a Mega Game Freak. Even though technically, you know, you're not making Gen 4 remakes, so I can also complain to Ilka. No, I'm kidding.
There's one Pokemon that I really think should have gotten Mega Evolution. This is a cop-out, but it's Flygon. I'm honestly surprised Flygon did not get a Mega Evolution in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It is not, I don't think it is a pseudo legend. No, it's not a pseudo. But it is definitely one of the more popular Dragon-type Pokemon, I believe, in the series. So I was just shocked to not see it exist. Thankfully, there are fan games that do have a Mega Flygon. The biggest one is Pokemon Insurgence, which I highly recommend.
I could say Chatot, because Chatot doesn't have an evolution, and Mega Evolution would help Chatot quite a bit. But I guess the most Pokemon which would be deserving that doesn't have one, but its counterpart does, would be Flygon. Flygon probably deserves it more than Chatot does, because Salamence has one, but Flygon does not. So I'm going to say that.
A Pokemon that I think should get a Mega is Flygon, because I know that it was discussed in Aras's development, but we could never find a design that they liked for it. But I think Flygon absolutely 100% deserves a Mega Evolution. If not, then I would say when Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl comes out, we could get Gen 4 starter Mega Evolutions, maybe? I think those would be cool. I'd like a nice Mega Empoleon.
I don't know if I'd give a Mega Evolution to a Pokemon, but I would like to see a Togekiss Dynamax form. So it could actually be a proper airplane, because Togekiss is based off an airplane. I don't know why. Togetic has no idea, Togetic has no comparison to an airplane at all. But yeah, I'd give Togetic a Dynamax form where it's based off of an airplane, or it basically looks like an airplane. I think that would be pretty cool.
So if I personally could give any Pokemon Mega Evolution, it's a tough one. There's so many Pokemon I'd love to see get a Mega Evolution. But I guess if I could only choose one, I think I'd choose Drapion. It's a cool Pokemon, really good, but I think you could do with a Mega.
Well, there's a very long list of Pokemon that are deserving of a Mega Evolution at the moment. With the Sinnoh remakes coming up, I feel like we won't be getting any new ones. Like, we've seen some new evolutions in the recent trailer. I don't know if they're gonna do it, but if they're gonna do Mega Evolutions, I would really hope that they do it in the remake, so they just show that Mega Evolution isn't dead. And by that logic, the stars of Sinnoh would be grateful to get Mega Evolution, or maybe Luxray to finally become a Dark type, or any Sinnoh Pokemon really that doesn't have one already could get a Mega Evolution. Oh, and Flygon. Flygon just needs a Mega Evolution, just deserves it. It's just sad at this point. So yeah, Flygon also deserves a Mega Evolution.
So, personally, I would give my Mega Evolution to a Zoroark. I feel like Zoroark has got very good potential to be a Mega Evolution. However, while I was writing up my answers for this interview, I did notice the fact that Zoroark also has Illusion, and the fact that if you used Mega Evolution on the Zoroark, it'd be very confusing, and it probably wouldn't work if you were alluded to a Pokemon that doesn't have a Mega Evolution, so that probably wouldn't work. So in the sense that it wouldn't work, my favourite Pokemon that I think should get a Mega Evolution would be Excadrill. Also with Excadrill, I love using Excadrill in playthroughs. I used it in Sword and Shield, as you can probably see on my screen right now. I also decided that Excadrill is probably quite deserving of one, because you could, I don't know, you could have more drills perhaps. And it just look a lot cooler, to be honest. So yeah, those would be my two choices, I think.
I would go back to the first question there. Klinklang. Just imagine Klinklang assembling more cogs and becoming a monstrous titan, like a Megazord from Power Rangers. Transforming himself into one of those, being fighting and steel. So yeah. That would be amazing. Just imagine the fists and the massive body of a lot of cogs.
So the Pokemon I would give a Mega Evolution to, there's a long list that I've got that deserve a Mega Evolution, but I think the one I'm going to go with here is Talonflame. And the reason being, it is one of my favourite Pokemon after Piplup, of course. And I could just see it working so well. There's so much they can do with it. I think Talonflame is sort of underrated in a way. Not a lot of people would think, oh yeah, I'm going to use Talonflame because it's super strong, because it's not a super strong Pokemon. But I think it deserves a Mega Evolution. I just don't think it was given the justice that it deserved in the Generation 6 games. I would love to see maybe something like, maybe say the Talons get longer and more metallic, similar to Corviknight's talons. If you've seen Corviknight's talons, they're kind of like sharp and really pointy. And then maybe like some flames coming off the tail. I don't know. There's a lot they can do with it. I can't think about off the top of my head how it would look, but yeah, I think Talonflame deserves one 100%.